here with a long-awaited Project Life process video. I haven't had one of these videos up on my channel in a long time, purely because I've been so busy and I've been so focused on working on my videos for the scrappery. So check out the links below and you'll be able to find the Scrappery's YouTube channel below if you want to see lots more of my videos, because I do post more regularly at the moment over there. However, I do plan to do lots more videos to this channel, but it's just been so crazy. So this spread is actually a catch-up spread from 2014 for my son's first year album. I'd already picked the cards, as you can see, and I have misted them with the Heidi Swap Black Velvet Colour Shine. The reason for that is because that mist takes ages to dry and I wanted that done before. Otherwise I always smudge it every time. So I used cards from a variety of kits. I know that on the left hand side spread, the two 4x6 cards at the top are from a Dear Lizzie, I believe. And I think the 3x4 is too. And I'm actually going to say that the bottom one that I'm working on at the moment is also Dear Lizzie, I think. Maybe, or it could be High Five. But I know that the top right, on the top right, it's a card from the Trinkets Value Kit. So I went for like a mint and a navy when I was picking my cards, just because, I don't know. I think I had originally picked different cards, but I liked how these went with the photos. The photos were all like really random colours, and I thought that it was like a good neutral colour. So I just added a chipboard accent to the middle of the camera and an acetate word from Heidi Swap, I think, from the September Skies package, and I did that for the bottom card. And on the top I've added one of my favourite paper clips, and at the moment I'm just adding a couple of stamps, and they are from a stamp set from the Baxter range by 7 Paper, which is Studio Calico, which is the cat and dog line. I can't remember what that stamp said. I think it said something about love, but it wasn't exactly pet themed. But I know I did use one of the pet themed stamps because I do have a picture of my son with our puppy on this spread. So done that there, and basically some of the bits I'm using are bits and pieces left over from Studio Calico kits. So you'll see, like, I just picked out ones that I'd used heaps of and went with that. I had no paper on hand. I probably should have thought about that, and so I just grabbed this card that I knew I wouldn't use. Like, I'd probably end up cutting the hexagon out. So I just used that, and I stamped a little speech bubble from the stamp set, and I think it says something. Oh, I honestly can't even remember. Something about I love you or something, or something doggy related. Maybe it's I bark you. I don't know. I can't remember. But that's shocking. I only actually did this spread like a week or two ago, and usually I film my voiceovers a lot later than that, and I already can't remember. But I just put it on that little photo of my son and my puppy. They're so cute. They've grown up together and they're like best friends. It's beautiful. So yeah. And then there's these little tiny word stickers which are all doggy related, and they come from the same line. So I found a really cute one. I think it was about like a boy and his best friend, like to do with dogs, and I thought that was really cute. So I put that one on there and added some little Kayla rhinestones. As I've said in previous videos, these are rhinestones that I've had in my stash for years. I have a huge collection from when I first started scrapbooking, so they are tons. They're like really, really old, but still very useful. So I must apologise if you can hear that intense rain banging against the window. We're having quite severe weather here in Tasmania at the moment. We're getting what they call thunder snow. So it's really cold and blistery winds, and my parents want to go to the snow tomorrow with us, so yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I added one of the gold glitter hearts to the middle of those 2 3x4s that I can bind onto a 4x6. And now I'm using the My Mind's Eye rub-ons. These ones were from the Jubilee collection, I think. And I had them open for a little bit, so what I decided to do was go wild on this page. I rubbed all the ones that I could on there, and then I seriously only had like 1 or 2 left, and they're really ugly, and I wouldn't use them, and they're only tiny anyway, so I chucked the rest out because rub-ons don't last very long, and I could tell these were like on the verge. They still rubbed on, but they were on the verge of getting to that stage where they were more difficult to rub on. So I quite like the text in these rub-ons, like that big hello in the play. I really like that font, so I thought it looked really good. And that wood grain background, that photo of my son, worked really well with that rub-on because it really made it pop out. I had these photos taken, so this layout or spread would have been from just before September, because we did like a fishing themed photo shoot with my son and his cousin. At the time my parents only had two grandchildren, and so we did a fishing themed shoot for my dad, who loves fly fishing, so we thought it was really cute. Set them in a basket and had like a little pretend fishing rod and a little felt fish. It was really cute. So it's actually a little bit crazy because if these were definitely taken that time of year, and for some reason my son is in a pool. I'm pretty sure it was a warm day though, and it was like spring, so hey, it can't be that bad. But in Tassie it's still quite cold in September. I think I wanted to make use of the Amy Tan washi tape book that I had from the Rise and Shine collection. I ended up with 2 of them and I have tons of it, so I was going a little bit wild with getting some of that used up. I tend to do that now a bit more when I'm working on something. I'll pick out things I want to use and things that need to be used up, and just really have a good go at getting through my stash, because it can get a little bit crazy and overwhelming sometimes. These tiny word stickers are from a Studio Calico kit, for example, and I never finished the kit, so I mean I did finish, like I finished what I could of the kit, and then these were just sitting in a box and I hadn't pulled them out, so now they're in with my tiny word stickers and I'm using them up. So don't feel afraid to use your stash, guys. It's not there to sit like in containers. It's better to be looking pretty on a scrapbook or a Project Life page. It'll be appreciated much more. And I really can't wait to get this album done. I'm going to do a flip through. I'm 99% finished part 1 of his year 1 album. I just want to do a little bit more at the front to do with his birth story, which I do have written down, and it was written the week, actually I think it was like 3 days after he was born, so I made sure it was fresh in my mind. So I do want his birth story, not that gory birth story, but just I want some of that written in there. So I've almost finished part 1. This is part 2. So he has 2 albums for his first year, because just got a little bit whoa with the picture taking, and some of those weeks were combined, but he just had so many pictures. So I will do an album walkthrough, and of course when it's finished I'll show you the whole lot, because I know a lot of people are interested in how to do baby albums, because it can seem like a daunting task. And I suppose I was lucky because I was introduced to Project Life before he was born, so I was able to do this project with Project Life in mind. I knew that I'd be taking photos in this format and to print in this format, so that I had that easy from the beginning. But there's a big part in part 2 of his albums where I had back surgery and I was in Melbourne and I was bedbound. I was almost unable to walk for 3 or 4 months, and I think I ended up doing that spread not on a video, because like I seriously was almost crying while I was making it. It was a very emotional time for me. I couldn't take many pictures of my son because I couldn't do much with him. So you don't get to see a video of that one, but I will flip through it. I did journal a little bit about how hard it was. I mean, I was still with him, I was living with my partner's parents, but it was just really hard. So I'm just accenting a little bit and I've got these Craft Market tiny word stickers, like this is totally onto a different subject, and I had this little wooden typo heart and added it to this picture of my mum cuddling Elisha. And at this stage of his life, he was probably, like, he's a little bit older and he was a little bit past that whole cradling stage, and it was really cute because he was so tired and he went to sleep in my mum's arms. So it was nice because my mum works full time, whereas his other nan doesn't work, so he gets to see her a lot more. But it's great to see that he still has a special relationship with my mum as well, and I like to journal about that and make sure it's included in his book. So I just wrote a little bit on the side. I was actually like really wanting to use my typewriter on this page. I wasn't loving my handwriting. I have days where I don't mind handwriting and then days I hate it, but it just doesn't work. And yes, I need a new typewriter, but hey, I'll get over it. The handwriting isn't that bad, I just sometimes hate it. So I'm using this bottom card to do a little recap of the week. I think I ended up using both the bottom card and the top card because this week there was a fair bit going on. Like, we went a fair few places, we had the photo shoot, there was the stuff about the dog, Elijah was feeding himself, and we had like a trip to Nanny's and we're in the pool, so there's a lot to journal about. But yeah, this card I didn't journal too much because I had a lot of embellishment going on there, so I had to work my journaling around that as well. So for those that don't know, I just use a black Sharpie for my journaling. I get them from my grocery store, just in like an ultra, I think they're ultra fine. And I find them perfectly great for my journaling. I can journal on photos with them. It's great. So that's all I use for my Project Life journaling. I did have the Project Life pens that come from Becky Higgins, but I got really turned off those when they started leaking and drying up really quickly, so I don't use those anymore. So this card I'm going to journal on also. I am not sure. I think I just did like a weekly recap. Once again, it was a very busy week. I love, speaking of this card, I just really love, this is mint and the Remember is gold foil. It's a trinkets kit. Back when I bought it, it was only available in the US, but now, Aussie ladies, you can get it at Spotlight. It's really good. It's a really cool kit, and I do somewhere on my channel have a flip through the kit if you want to see it before you buy it. And it's got lots of really cool pastel-y, beautiful purples, mints and stuff in it, and the embellishments are beautiful as well. So it's a really nice kit, and I know that I jump towards those cards when I'm making a spread. I don't think I ended up adding anything to the paperclip, but when I go back through his album at the end, I might tie a little bit of something on there. I don't know yet. So I'm adding a little wooden heart. These are my favourite little wood veneers, and they are, I can't even remember what line they're from. I think they were from maybe like an oceany seaside collection from Studio Calico, and they have these like tiny burnt wood hearts. And I haven't seen them since, but I use them all the time. They're just like one of my favourites. I think I just really like hearts. You've just seen me use wood veneer hearts. I now have Studio Calico craft sticker hearts, and I just have the Amelia Baxter line, Amelia hearts from Seven Paper, which is Studio Calico. So yeah, I really like my hearts. Hearts and stars, I'm not so much a flowery person. So I added lots of hearts to that one. And I just underline my journaling. I don't know, for me, it looks more finished that way just because I hate my handwriting. I don't know why. I feel better if it's underlined. So now I'm adding some gold glittered dots, and these were from a past scrappery kit, so I'm just going to add them, and if they go off the photo a little bit, that's fine because I like it that way so it looks not so perfect. I just cut the edges off. Adds a little bit of glitz and glam to the layout. So now you can see it skipped ahead a little bit. I think that's because I didn't realise the camera had actually stopped. But I added some of those gorgeous gold glitter dots again, and one of those September skies acetate words. If you do have those, just remember to take the film off, because they do have film on them and it's really quite hard to remove. You have to get your nail in there. But I use these beautiful sparkly chunky blue glitter figures to spell out week 28. You'll see a close-up of these at the end, or at least I think this is week 28. Actually, I may be completely wrong. No, I'm not. Yeah, so you'll see a close-up at the end, but they were really hard to photograph because they were super sparkly. So this is my title card for the week. And I'm just going to add some more gold and glitz to this one, because this is the one where I want all of the glam to be, so we know which week we're on. Adding some gold sequins to that title card as well. And I just use normal liquid glue to adhere those. I find that the easiest way. Sometimes I use my Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher depending on where they are in the layout. But other times, mostly I just use glue. You can use that, what's it called? Matte medium or whatever, multi-matte medium. Or you can use glossy accents, that's fine. Adding some more tiny word stickers, because I realised that for once I hadn't actually over embellished all the photos, but I just wanted a couple in little places. Like that little photo second from the right on the far right spread is a picture of my son playing with his little friends at Mother's Group, and I thought that was rather cute. So I got these stars from, they're like very old, they're Studio Calico Mistable stars. So I decided, and yes, I did just get that on my card, but it's fine, it looks fine. I just went with it. Happy mistakes. And I'm using a distress stain, and I'm pretty sure this one's Mermaid Lagoon, which is one of the new 2015 colours. And I just misted them, not misted them, I just like dabbed over them and made them so that they would match. And I did like a splotch on that filler card there. So I've got the stars to match, and now I'm going to add those onto the spread. I add them on wet, but I just like use scissors or something just to like tap them down so that I don't get inky fingers. I think it just adds a nice bit of blue to the spread. Because the title's blue, I think I needed to add some more blue, so that's why I did that. Now I'm adding some more blue rhinestones. I love finishing off with rhinestones because when you can see your embellishments everywhere, you can see like where you want to add a few more just to fill in the gaps. They're good gap fillers. I'm not always great at placing rhinestones and enamel dots. Like, I know that they look better in uneven numbers, but odd numbers, but I just sometimes really suck at placing them. Oh, there are people that do it really well, and there's me. So I've just pulled out a label sticker, and I think that might actually be from a current kit from the scrappery. And I was naughty, and I stole it out of the bowl. And I'm supposed to be still working on those kits, but I thought one won't matter. And I'm just filling in a label for the picture of Adam and I, which I thought I would include in Elijah's album because it's like a fun picture. Just records where we are now. And some more Amy Tangerine washi tape. What I've tried to do is not embellish every picture this time, because that's what I tend to try and do, but I think I ended up only leaving a couple alone. But that's pretty good for me at the end of the day. So I just added a little acetate embellishment piece from the September Skies pack, and I used my tiny attacher to staple that on because it's see-through, so glue would show through. Another tiny word sticker which I think said play. Now I've got these Pink Fresh Studio Puffy stickers. These are relatively new, but they've been sitting here for a while and I've been unsure how to use them. And I saw that blue star and I thought that might work. I didn't love it at first, but I think I made it work. I think what I ended up doing was grabbing these really old Hardy Swap glitter words, and there was a word epic, and this was kind of an epic week, so I put that on the filler card and thought that worked really well because it was definitely very epic. Those with young kids know how crazy it can be when schedules go mad and you've got things to do every day of the week. It just gets crazy. Because I tell you what, they're little time suckers. It's like almost 10 o'clock at night here and I'm so tired. I'm that mum that likes to go to bed at like 7. But yeah, I'm struggling through. Got some tiny word stickers and another glittery heart and some sequins. Just prettying up this little filler card. Then I think the spread is almost done. And I'm going to show you some close-ups of the cards when I've finished sticking it down. So I really hope you enjoyed this process video because I haven't been making them in a while and I've really sucked. So I'm really sorry that I haven't posted much. I'm hoping to have some like planner type things up soon. I've been working on my happy planner, although I don't embellish it too much. I'm using it very practically, but I think I might still show you what I have been using it for. I might do that, and I do have another haul video to go up, which is a new Eco Paper Park collection. That was really hard to say. So here's the close-ups of the cards, and I will see you very soon with another process video or haul video or something. So thanks for watching, and I will see you and talk to you later. Bye!